you've all had a lovely weekend. Oh, yeah, I feel really hot actually. I haven't got the kitchen window open because it's noisy with the traffic, and the sun is on that side. You probably don't need to know this, but put the blackout blinds back up in the lounge the other day, and with huge windows, like you can literally throw yourself out of the big gap. But I've done them like that way instead of trying to get some breeze going. Anyway, yes, it's going to be a scorchio. So quick catch up on things I need to offload to you, and then I'm going to show you what stuff sold over the weekend on Vinted and eBay, mostly silver, a couple of clothing items, and what I picked up at the boot yesterday. Quite a lot of amber, including, it's the best amber I've ever found. I'm sure other people have found it, but I'm chuffed to bits. Good morning, Chris. How are you? I heard you were, thing is, I like your posts on Insta, but I don't really understand them because I don't, game stuff, but I just watched Nick and Andrea's live from yesterday, and Nick seemed impressed, so well done. Limelight, good morning. So I've been watching The Thrifting Bean. Morning, RJ. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but I need quite a lot of tube footage on whilst I'm working, otherwise I get bored. It's fine. It's probably similar. It's probably similar with you and me and the jewellery. So we'll call it even Stevens. I'm watching The Thrifting Bean, and there's a couple of, number one, she got me really wanting to pick up plush again. I mean, I always look for jelly cats, but I don't often pick up anything outside of that. And when I see people, Georgie as well is also really good at plush. So sometimes I'm going to look at plush, I'm going to write that down, in my phone, and I'm going to look out for that. But then, it's hot and I'm just going past all the plush and not really looking. So I briefed Maud as I went to the boot with Maud yesterday. This sounds like I found plush. I didn't. I said, I can't believe we can't find any plush in this big boot. I found plenty of silver. And I said to her, do you remember Land Before Time? And she said, yes, because Grandma had these. She said, do you want to watch a film or something? And she said, yes. And she said, and she didn't pick out a DVD. She picked out something, and it was like this. I said, yeah, that's a video. Because my aunt Margaret gave us a load of Land Before Time videos. So anyway, the point is, she knows what those dinosaurs look like. I said, right, keep your eyes peeled. We picked up so many plush dinosaurs yesterday because I saw Thrifting Bean sell a Land Before Time plush, and I've heard this before that they fetch good money, but it had fallen off my radar. So I've got that on my radar now. What else did I say? And she said, so what is it? So it's that, jelly cats, old Garfields, yeah. Gave her a list, gave her a little job, but we found out. So been watching Thrifting Bean. And the other thing that I really liked, it's not for everyone, and it's actually the opposite of what I said I'm doing, but Thrifting Bean picks up quite a lot and sells quite a lot of lower value items. And the beauty of that for somebody, although what I don't know is how long it takes to sell through, the beauty of that for someone like me is it keeps me out of trouble if I was picking up more items, but it wouldn't keep me out of trouble if then they take a god-awful amount of time to sell. That would cause more trouble, because what I'd end up doing is just donating them. Anyway, so that's what I've been up to on the tube watching. Let me have a look. Oh, Limelight loves Thrifting Bean. Rachel, I think I must follow her on Insta as well, but I hadn't watched her videos. Good morning, Tonks Boutique. How is it hot in Scotland? It's Scorchio here. Evening, gorgeous people. Hello, Dawn, Sherry, Paul. Chris, yes, as for amber stuff, it may as well be baked bean sauce. That's fine, isn't it? Something for everyone. RJ was at an event this weekend, car show at Silverstone. Wow, good to get away for a few days. Yes, if only for a few days. Yeah, we're away rewinding next weekend, and I'm really looking forward to that. Hello, Twisted. Nervous because I can hardly blooming drink these days, but it'll be good. It'll be good. Great music, lots of good company, and boring me as well. So yeah, something about Vinted. Did anybody else get asked to put into Vinted at the weekend the national insurance number? What other details was it? I can't remember what else it was. Just a couple of my address, and it was to do with, you know, how Vinted and eBay now have to, or online platforms have to report if you've turned over more than £1,000 on their platform. They need to report it to HMRC. So I thought, oh, it's to do with that. But at the end of it, I wish I'd screenshotted it. It said something like, you can carry on selling as a business seller now, something like that. So if anybody else hasn't done it yet, please screenshot and let me know what it said, because I thought, oh, what are you saying? Is pro here? Am I ready for pro? Yeah, I can't believe I didn't screenshot it. And there's been other stuff going on, like people have been getting like people from France looking at their listings, and I mean, obviously, and it was down on one evening over the weekend. So, well, that might have been to put in this thing where you have to report for HMRC, but oh God, just like so desperate for pro to arrive, because it will keep me out of trouble, quite honestly, because I could list more of my lower value stuff. I know you can do high value stuff as well on Vinted, but I feel today I don't really want to be putting my lower value stuff on eBay anymore, because it's just the fees are too high. Even if, like, because there's only 200 a month you can get with the fee deal, and after that, you know. Tonks. Rain woke me up this morning. It's been lashing it down here. Love the Jaws vest, thank you. Too cold for that hair there. Oh my God. Yeah, I did kind of butcher this around the sleeves, so it's a bit revealing down here, but I love Jaws. And I mean, this is the weather, it's whatever keeps you cool. Chris, we do need a responsible adult for next weekend. Well, it's not going to be me. It doesn't matter if I'm sober. I'm not the responsible adult, so don't be looking at me. Maud, she can be a responsible teenager. To be fair, I mean, Connie's, she's a bit of a loose cannon. However, she's got a track record for putting Tom to bed and me to bed. So we'll talk to her about that. Morning, John. So, yeah, so Vinted, I'm hopeful. So I am I think I'm going to be neglecting my eBay for a bit, because I don't want to be putting the low value stuff on there. So I have been putting stuff on Vinted, haven't been spotlighting the wardrobe, and probably it shows with how few sales I've got going out. I've got to get the only epiphany that came to me over the weekend is maybe when I'm sourcing and I'm looking for, I mean, the fact is I'm mostly going to find jewellery at the boots. It's rare that I find it in a charity shop that's viable for me. So I've possibly got to spend more time looking for decent clothing, like the stuff that I know is surefire, because if it's not surefire, I'm just chucking money away, because I'll end up redonating it if it doesn't sell. So I think, yeah, I'm going to be neglecting the Bay a bit. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you updated. RJ watched Jaws in the cinema in Hastings in 1975. Freaked me out as a 10-year-old. I remember, I don't know if we saw the first one. I know I fell asleep in the first Star Wars because I was young. My aunt and uncle took me to that. Jan and Ben and my brother came. But I watched Jaws 3D with my friends. We were at primary school, and we went to see that. I remember her mum giving us a carrier bag full of snacks for the film. That was, do they still do 3D cinema showings? So that was good. I love Jaws. John, do you think there's dishonest people working in charity shops? Not like particularly, only as much as anywhere in the world. Right, so vintage sales. I'll show you what's going out on that, then eBay, and then I'll show you what I picked up yesterday. I spent 310 squids on stuff at the boot yesterday, but happy with what got. Oh, plus really good fruit and veg seller there. Got some nice strawberries, and you don't need to know this, melon, and we had a wicked ice cream. It was a whippy day yesterday. Right, so yeah, clearance stuff still rings. So vintage for £12. It's just a little heart ring, quite a nice ring for 12 quid. A little crucifix. Again, I like crosses are all right, but one with a little where Jesus is actually on there. I like those, the detail on it. I do like religious paintings and stuff, but I'm not religious. Anyway, £8.50. Let's put you up there. A carnelian ring, which I used to wear. You might recognise that from some old videos. £18 that went for on Vinted. See, I'm happy with that. That's fine. That's a fine turnover for me. So Vinted would work for me, definitely. Pro-wise, a pro came. Right, so I've sold. I told you about Justine Tabac dresses, and so I had one which sold, and then. No, I showed you, sorry, it doesn't really matter. I bought a load of Justine Tabac dresses. I got one which I showed you, and then I went in and there were 3 more I found in the same shop. And given, I just know there's somebody around Caversham that obviously likes Justine Tabac, because a couple of years ago, I found one in this size and bought it for me for a wedding. And I suspect it's the same person, because it's this small, like, size 6 to 8. I bet it was her that dropped the chase trousers off as well in my local. So I was like, oh, yes. So I'm basically waiting for her to clear a wardrobe out. I need to be on it. So I've got, interestingly, one Justine Tabac sale on Vinted and one on eBay for the same price. It's interesting for me. Twisted my Vinted has died. Now I can't use every. Oh, why can't you use every? Oh, did you tell? Oh, were you Northern Ireland and you were telling me yes? Yes, no signs that again. Do you know what though? Do you have the impost lockers? Because I've turned, since we've got this huge lot of imposts locally, I've turned that on, and I guess it's cheaper than every, because almost everything is impost now for me. Which is a palaver printing it, because the way they've done it, I have to like copy and paste it and drag it out, because all the other labels, I can just send them to my printer, but the impost, they've put, you don't need to know this, but it's a palaver. Anyway, but everyone's using it, so I'm like, in case people particularly want that, or if I'm guessing it's making it cheaper, then I've got that switched on. So yeah, if you've got impost, what are you using? That is a nightmare. Right, so this was the first Justine Tabac. I showed you this when I got it. It's freaking gorgeous. It's a Liberty rose print, and Justine Tabac uses dead stock fabric. So there you go, excess. It's about an 8, to be honest, 6 to 8. And that went for £35 on Vinted. I paid £6.99. So yes, more of this. Actually, what I'd really like is whoever owns these, or owned these, what I'd really like is for her to put a little bit of weight on and then start donating that stuff, because I might fit into it better then. Yeah, that would be ideal. Hang on, let's put you there. Right, and then, so that's it for Vinted for literally from Friday afternoon, the whole weekend, which is poor. It's a bit poor. Let's put you over there. Twisted no impost, and I can't find the Yodel drop-off place. Oh God, have to use Royal Med only. Yeah, and that's, it's expensive compared to everything else on Vinted, isn't it? That's crap. And Yodel is a bit of a nightmare, but yeah, but you can't find it anyway. Oh, what palaver. That's crap, isn't it? I'm sorry about that. Can't think of a solution. So this is the other Justine to back dress that sold. This one went on eBay. I don't know if that's a Liberty fabric, but yeah, Lush. So also went for £35, but on the Bay, and I did that with no fees. So jobs are good in. That does interest me that I got exactly the same price on Vinted and eBay. Because sometimes I'm like, should I put this up, that toast denim dress I picked up, I'm like, should I put it on Vinted? Should I put it on eBay? Actually, those were on both. So yeah. Right. Lovely, aren't they gorge? Yeah, and I'll pick up stuff like that because it's Lush. And so I don't mind dealing with it when it's not Lush. It bores me rigid. Oops, Tonks. We've got 21 items going out so far today. And is that a great weekend for you, Tonks? I know, it's always somebody's doing well, somebody's doing crap, isn't it? But I did, hello, Funky Neil. Are you home or are you still at Boomtown? Connie's got one more shift today and Tom's due back, obviously. I was watching all of your pictures and that on Insta. Looks like you had an absolutely amazing time. I know Connie was, good morning. Oi, Peter. Sales of the Unexpected is in. The crew are in. Yeah, you love a festival, don't you? We've got Rewind this weekend, but to be fair, I think I am going to try for Glastonbury tickets this year. Although it almost killed me last time I went, but Tonks could be better. So I'm going to show you what's going out on eBay in a sec, but I was watching Gary V on Insta, and he said something about, right, so summer slowdown stuff, everybody's away in like August over the summer, and although like it kind of makes you not want to list when your sales are down, but given that lots of sellers are away as well, I think this is the gist of what he was saying. He was saying don't do less, actually double down and put more on. And then it's more your stuff there to be found if people are going to buy. And that made sense to me. So I like that. That's a pearl of wisdom. At Boomtown still dying in the heat. Oh God, I bet you are. What time do you come back? Oh, you were volunteering as well, weren't you? Have you got a shift today? Hello, Kathy. And Jill, right, I'm going to show you what's going out from the Bay. I had one lady buy a bit of a bundle. Yeah, see, what was that? 4 from Vinted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the Bay. And one was a bundle lot. So, where is she? Yeah, so this lady bought a couple of bracelets. One was, let's have a look, textured bracelet, $13.50. So I refunded the shipping on the other 2 lots. So $13.50 plus shipping. Oh, both $13.50 plus shipping. And she bought this little lot of silver, which was 20 grams, and she paid 30 quid for that. I'm happy with that because I was just sort of trying out. It's got a couple of pendants, a couple of rings, bracelet, trying out like stuff that I'm kind of selling off piecemeal, like just not the stuff I want to pick up going forward, how it would sell as a lot. And actually, to be fair, to be getting about £1.50 a gram, that's all right, to be honest. I probably should look more at that. So including post and packing, she paid £60.50, and I ended up with, so I think the lot must have got the 70% offer. I ended up with £48.54, so happy with that. Nail shift all done, sobering up before setting off. Oh, I've heard it. Oh, you driving? Oh gosh, so Connie and Tom will probably be having the last gin or something today because they're on the train. Well, Connie gin, God knows what Tom will be drinking. Kathy's setting off in 12 hours and funky. Right, so what's next? I love this. Where are you? This, I probably showed you this when I picked up. It's a Links of London flying pig. I asked the jeweller that I bought this from at the boot yesterday, I said, have you got any more of those Links of London charms? Because I'm in the market. He's got some at home, so he's going to bring those out. He did bring his charms this time. It sold for, it's been on a little while, but it's a beaut. It sold for £31.50 plus shipping. Got the 70% off fees. So that was only £1.78, £2.70 label. I ended up with £30.52. I think I paid a tenner, £20 profit. Bob's your uncle. Yes, please. Life going forward. Yes, please. We've got a chunky pendant. I'm glad that this went for an alright because it's a beastie. It's a nice chunky, heavy-ish. I don't know the weight on this, but it sold for £26.50 plus shipping. I often send offers out or put stuff because shipping I'm charging £3.50. I often try and make it like a round, so you know. I think people like that. I like it. So fees were £1.58, £2.70 label, £25.72 back in my grubby little knits. I don't know what I paid for it. I've had it knocking around for a long time. Might have come out of a job lot actually from a long time back. Let's put you there. A 17-inch Prince of Wales link chain. See, this is bizarre. £18 plus shipping. I ended up with £17.05. That's all good. It's going to Australia, and I kind of thought, it's not like, it's just a bog standard, it's vintage, bog standard chain. I was like, for the amount that, maybe because it's jewellery, I didn't see what they've paid for shipping, but it's going to be, I was like, could you not get that in Australia? I found that really weird. But nice chain, but still, I tried to think about, GSP. I like that pendant, yeah. Ooh. RJ, what's the purpose of HMRC reporting? Mainly it's for the UK to know about business sellers on online marketplaces, yeah. Most vintage sellers aren't businesses, but still need to submit a pre-filled form. Yeah, but if you're turning over more than £1,000, officially you should be reporting it to HMRC, even if it's your own stuff. The allowance is only £1,000, I believe, in a year. So even if it's your own stuff, you're officially meant to report it. And that's, of course, hardly anybody does. So that's why that's a new law that they have to report, because I guess they're thinking they're going to scoop up a load of people who, there'll be some people who are businesses who just aren't doing a tax return. Those are probably the ones they're trying to catch. So it's that. Lovely t-shirt, thank you very much. Most vintage sellers. Oh, what was that? Most vintage. Oh yeah, I think there are a lot of businesses on there, definitely. Right, so a twisted cuff bangle. Where are you? That went for, so these are eBay, still £25 plus shipping. I've got the 70% off offer, brilliant. So I ended up with £24.29 on that before cost of goods. That's all good. Now these, oh, sorry, that's the information rather than the screenshot. Oh, thank you. Let me go back because I'm a twit. This is what Vintage was saying. And then have you done it? Have you put in your NI? Is what after you put in your NI, the message, I'm sure I read something and this was just late at night and I wasn't reading correctly, or I dreamt it. There was something like, you can continue to sell as, something like that. Have you got that far? It's just me clutching at straws, really. The pros around the corner. Right, and last sale on, I don't even know where I got these from. So these are 9 karat gold, little rope edge, and it's blue topaz. Blue topaz seems to be a bit of a thing, and I didn't know. It's me being a twit again, I kind of thought it was just like cubic zirconia or something. But now I've got my gem tester, I'm finding these, it's blue topaz, so then I can actually look up blue topaz instead of just blue stone. So yeah, 9 karat gold. Honestly, I don't know where I've got these from, which means they must have been in like some costume lot I got from a jewellery box or something. So yeah, chuff with that, otherwise I'd remember. They went for 50 quid plus shipping, and I've ended up with £48.22 for cost of goods, and I'm not sure I've got a cost of goods on those because I don't remember getting them, so all good. Right, I will show you what I picked up at the boot yesterday. I spent, oh yeah, actually I'll just give you an overview of what the overall figures from the weekend on the bay was. A bit crap. So Friday was fine, £139 turnover. So this is including shipping, you know. Saturday 56.50. Sunday 69.50. I kind of thought everybody's out, you know, when it's open, you've actually got a bit of summer in England. People aren't sitting at home on their phones, but yeah, not all that for the weekend generally. Oh yeah. So the other thing, I am almost getting to the bottom of my death pile of jewellery. It's a little bit left, but I am actually now starting to stockpile for the winter. I'm squirreling my nuts away, which is correct, because I was worrying about what I'd do when the boot wasn't on. And I know now I need to make the most of the boot and keep some stuff back for the winter. So I'm doing that. So it's kind of weird because I'm kind of building my death pile back up, but with hopefully some juicier stuff. I'm keeping the good stuff back. Yeah, so £310 spent. I'll show you the boring bits first. Got, right, let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chains, offs. A chain with a pendant, nice little kind of Rennie McIntosh style jobby. And this one, I've seen this before and I didn't get it. And yesterday I thought, yeah, I will actually. Quite flapper girl, isn't it? Yeah, quite like that. I need to clean up. That might do well at Christmas time. A bangle. Oh, and so solid silver bangle, that's a nice chunky. I did a bit of a stupid thing, adding onto the cost of that £6.99 for new scales, because I was brave enough yesterday to say, do you mind if I weigh this? I'm literally, as well, I mean, I'm absolutely comfortable getting my loop out and looking for hallmarks. And every jeweller that I bought from said, no, of course, you know, I mean, some of the jewellers hand me their loops to have a look. And so my regular jeweller that I buy from, when I said, do you know how much this weighs? He seemed a bit prickly about it. He said, I don't sell by weight. And I said, so yesterday I said, will you be offended if I weigh this? And he said, and it was different. I guess we have different moods, don't we? But he was like, oh, no, it's fine. He said, I don't sell by weight. I said, no, I know. I said, I'm not actually selling by weight. I'm not scrapping, but it helps me with something like this. People will ask the weight and it helps me to gauge what I can ask for it. So with some things it's purely style, but yeah, so I had my scales out, which was working a treat because some stuff I left behind, and then I left my scales with one guy, so twat. Anyway, bangle. I got, I sort of thought I wasn't getting rings, but actually I'm not getting, I want chunky rings still, or ones with decent stones, because the profit's in there. Right, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chain bracelets. So we've got a Figaro there. These sell, you know, they're there's substantial, something to them. 2 lovely flat curb. Oh God, I'd like that actually. Another Figaro. So decent sizes. These a little oval link. It's like a belt chair with a heart. This is absolutely lush. I've got quite a lot of amber. The amber on that. Oh, it's lovely. I don't know if I can put the light on it and you can see. Do you get to see the fluoresce or do you not? No, I don't think it shows very well, but lovely bracelet that. And then I did get, there's a view there, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12 rings. Maybe some of them are a bit questionable, but so these are the questionable ones. So it's chunky, and I like that kind of raw. It's mother of pearl in there. It's a decent width. So these were a tenner each, and I couldn't. I thought, it's quite. I want chunky rings, but I would normally stay away from mother of pearl, to be honest, and abalone. There were 2 of these, but I was like, 10, I can do that. We'll see. They're quite heavy. And this one, again, mother of pearl, but look how big that is. Really want these statement ones. So this I was going with a bit of a statement as well. That's the kind of stuff I'm after. This one that does a pair of lips and needs a clean, I only picked up because it was a £5. So to be honest, with some of the stuff and some of the people I'm buying from regularly, if they've got stuff and he puts it in front of me, so you can have that for a £5, and I know I can just get the £5 back instantly, I'm kind of taking it just to make their lives a bit easier or keep them a bit sweet, you know. And he was well happy with what I bought yesterday. So I've got, right, a few bits of amber. So again, quite a decent size amber there. Another one. That's quite nice with the bezel set, and this one's even bigger. So in theory, they should be fine. Then I've got from another guy, this does look like turquoise. It's really hard to tell if you can't scratch a bit of bottom off, but it's got decent veins on it. I think that is turquoise. Nice bezel set, you know, a bit of a statement chunk. So happy with that one. This one, it's not a chunk, and it's not particularly old, I don't think. Well, I think it might just be vintage. I don't think it's just a 925 stamp. So it's more like a, what do you call it, like a reproduction type thing. But I thought it looked very Art Deco. I can't resist that kind of emerald green. That, I mean, it's no particular stone. The marker seats, I think there was a market for this kind of Art Deco looking stuff. I really like that. Then I've got, this is a great chunk. This is, look at that. I had to have that. Fossil agate. It's like little fossilized bits in there, but the weight as well. I would weigh them, but I've lost my scales. And the last ring is, so they're just CZs on the side, but that blue, so this is not my sort of thing. However, the stone, it's blue topaz, and he told me that, but I've tested it as well. And so it turns out this is more like a £40 ring, and, you know, as opposed to a £20 ring, which is like bread and butter. So obviously that's better. And for the price I'm paying, I do need to be, especially from him, who knows, he's probably knows his stones, I need to be getting some of this stuff that's, you know, it's gonna have profit in it from him. Right, so I've got, if you're still with me, thank you, 4 pendants. They're all nice. So so this one, this is a 1970s little ingot. I love silver ingots. I don't think it would particularly suit me, but need to clean up obviously. But yeah, that's got full English UK hallmarks. We know I like those. This is as well, I need to look this up because I don't recognise, it's UK, it's Birmingham stamp, but I don't know the year. I know that one's 1970s because I recognise it. This might be more modern, and it looks like, oh, love the amber bracelet, thanks, Dawn. It looks like a luggage tag. I thought, yeah, sling it this way. And this guy that I was buying from, I spent the last of my penny, my pounds with him. He didn't seem to give a toss whether it had full hallmarks or not. So I'm like, yeah, I hope to see you again then. And then another guy I buy from regularly. I love this. I've seen this quite a few times before, but it was too much. And this is one, little bomb pendant. This is one. And it's like the kind of old-fashioned, like you'd see on, what's that Coyote thing? What was it called? Roadrunner. It's like that sort of thing, like a cartoon bomb. And he was saying, maybe he was saying 25, I'll do it for you for 20. And so I said, oh, can I weigh it? Yeah. So I weighed it and I said, I could only do 15 on that. And he's like, oh, go on then. Because I know it's been in there for ages. So having the scales with me, because if I couldn't get it 15, I just can't have it, so I just can't do it. Well, it sort of empowered me to know what I can pay, and he knew that I've done the calcs. It's nothing. It's not, I'm not buying it for myself, so that's what I can do. And he took it. So, and he said he's got a guy in Spain that comes over with silver, and he's not been around for a while, but he keeps telling me about him. He's coming. I said, that's fine, I'll keep coming to see you. Right, now this is my favorite. So, but just because it doesn't look anything particularly special from here, just, silver with but this is egg yolk amber, which I've just never had. So this is the best amber I've ever had. Well, I've had some great amber, but I've never had egg yolk amber. And, so I think, I don't quite know. So I think, that's like Baltic, but I don't know the difference. These kind of greeny coloured ones with the more, I don't know where those come from, or, I know how to check them, but I don't know. But this egg yolk, oh my God. I like that one, isn't it? Yeah, thanks, DeMarcus. Just love it. Because at first he said something about it, and I thought, oh, is it, what is it? There's butterscotch, but then he said, no, it's not that. And then I looked, I said, oh, egg yolk, because it literally, if you were frying an egg, it's like when bits of it go white, but the yolk is still, like runny. Oh my God, I just love it. Just anything that's, it's a bit different, isn't it? And I'm guessing this is not as, obviously it's not as common as just the orange amber. So I think this probably quite easily get 40 back on this. So, it's worth eBaying, but that will be going in my little stash for the winter. It's just, I hope I've shown that to you. Oh my God. Oh, I just love getting this really decent stuff and trying to pick up stuff that's, I really feel like it's got to be slightly rarer stuff for the Bay. I think that's the way it's going, collectibles. But yeah, it's kind of weird because I got back and thought, you kind of wonder sometimes when you've been sourcing, I don't know if I've done very well. And then I laid it all out and went through it, and I thought, yeah, I'm happy with that. I haven't fallen off the wagon too badly because I get a bit giddy when I'm sourcing, and yeah, I've done that. So, yeah, happy with that. So, just over half an hour. That's all right, isn't it? God, it's getting warm. Thank you for joining me. And I might not be back on this week. So we're going off Friday. We'll see, unless I get some incredible sales. I'll come back to you. Love your hair colour, is that natural? No, but thank you. And in fact, I can't be asked to diet anymore, so you might see me grey soon. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with sales this week, sourcing. Enjoy the hot weather, and thanks, Pure Vintage, and see you soon. Bye bye, don't die. Oh, can't get out of it.